Morning, happy Monday. Gonna go live everywhere. Super excited to kick off another shopping week. Let me know if you're liking these themes and if there's a theme that you would like to see. I would be happy to get some ideas. But okay, so let's get started. I'm excited to talk about shopping today and building your personal shopping filters. But as always, I want to remind you I have my masterclass series happening. Definitely sign up for that so you know when the next one is coming up. Also, my modern classics wardrobe guide is going to give you the foundation of your fall winter wardrobe. And so many of the outfit ideas and so many of the strategies that I share on my channel are built on that as a foundation for your wardrobe. So welcome, say hi if you're watching. I'm excited to kick this off. We're talking today about building your personal shopping filters. Good morning, Carol. Good morning. So we're not talking about shopping more, although I am going to be covering a lot in my YouTube videos tomorrow and Friday. But we are talking about shopping with clarity because my goal is to help you love everything that you bring into your wardrobe. So many of us are already dealing with overstuffed closets. And the thing is, having more clothes doesn't mean you have more options. It doesn't mean you have more options. You only have more options if you actually love the clothes that are in your closet. Good morning, Beverly. Good morning, Connie. So more clothing does not equal more options. And I always encourage you to identify your actual wardrobe from the things that are in your closet. Your wardrobe, those are the clothes that you wear. Your closet is just where you store everything. And so being able to not just look at your closet and say, look, I have all these clothes, but what am I actually going to be wearing from the clothes that I have in this room or in this space that I call my closet? That's what's really important. That's what's really going to give you clarity on what you have and what you're missing. If you really are just looking at everything in there, you're not getting an accurate picture. So we're really talking about shopping with clarity this way, shopping in a way that gives you focus and direction. And again, the idea is to bring everything, and that anything that comes into your wardrobe is going to be something that becomes a new go-to, a new favorite, something you reach for, something you wear. Okay, when we don't have personal filters, everything looks possible. And this is why you're overwhelmed when you're shopping. This happens, I hear this so much from clients. And honestly, this is the reason a lot of clients choose to work with me. They experience shopping overwhelm or decision fatigue every time they're in a store. Like they are just overwhelmed, and who can blame them? If you go into any department store, Marshall's, Target, you're going to be assaulted. Your senses are going to be assaulted by thousands of items. And if you see all of those items as possibilities, you are going to be really struggling because you're going to not have any way of narrowing it down. And since you can't buy everything, you'll leave without buying anything, even if there are things you really need. So those personal shopping filters are really, really important. We're going to create your filters and kind of streamline the process of shopping. But before we get into the filters, since it is shopping week, I thought, okay, I'm going to share 3 things that I am loving this week. I'm going to have the links underneath this video on Facebook and on YouTube, and I will share the links on Instagram as well on my stories. So look for those links. I'll also have it in the description box and the pinned comment on YouTube. So the 3 things that I am really loving that I recently discovered. The first is this color changing foundation from Prime Prometics. This is really, really, really cool. I kind of like to joke that my husband, who is not a chemical engineer, he was a civil engineer, that I invented this and he just refused to make it for me. That is actually the truth. About 20 years ago, I said, we should have a foundation that works in all lights and on all, as your skin changes throughout the year, your skin tone changes throughout the year. And he was like, yeah, I don't know how to make that. So somebody did, fortunately, and they made it. And this is from Prime Prometics. It is one of the brands that I wear a lot. I wear their eyeliner every single day. And this color changing foundation is amazing. My daughters and the 3 of us all have slightly different skin tones, as many families do, of course. And they have each tried this, and it has perfectly matched their skin tone. So I highly, highly recommend this. It comes in 2 shade ranges, fair to medium, which is what I have, and then medium to dark. So very much recommend this if your skin tone changes throughout the year. If you're an outdoorsy person, frankly, I really am not an outdoorsy person, and my skin tone is largely the same in summer as it is in winter. But if your skin tone changes throughout the year, that could be a game changer. Good to see you guys. Hello, Becky. Next thing I want to talk about are these cakes. Now, cakes are basically, they are breast petals, they're nipple covers. There's no other way to put them. I really, really love these. These come in a couple of different versions. They come in grippies and they come in stickies. Stickies are designed to stay on without like having a bra or whatever. Like they're just designed to kind of stay in place. Grippies are designed to like maybe insert into things that have the bra insert or the nipple insert, things, or to wear with something that's really, really fitted where they will not move around. So you've got the option of stick on kind, or one that's just kind of really designed to stay in place. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, it's an amazing foundation, Carol. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. So they come in a couple of different shapes. This is the triangle shape. And then there's also a circle shape. What I love about the circle shape is it's really quite large, and it really, you will never see the circle around it. So if you are going to be wearing formal wear, I wanted to talk about these. Hello, good morning. I wanted to talk about these. If you're going to be wearing formal wear, if you're going to be wearing something, if you're a mother of the bride, mother of the groom, what I really like about these also is if you feel like you just need a little bit more coverage in the front, you can add these and just get a little more coverage in the front. And I think that they're very, very useful and very practical. They're really great to wear with like athleisure wear, workout tops, sports bras, things like that, as well as formal wear. So cakes are my current favorite. Again, modesty protectors for the front of the bust. I really, really like them. And then the last thing I want to talk about, good morning, Karen. Good morning, Debbie. The last thing I want to talk about is this new jewelry brand I discovered. Again, these links are all below these things. This is, it's called Love Bow. They make really, really pretty kind of feminine, delicate jewelry. I love this necklace. Their prices are really good. Their quality is really, really nice. So I have these linked below. You'll be seeing some more of their pieces. I got a couple of, I got a pair of earrings, a couple of rings, a bracelet. I got a couple of pieces to try from them, and I'm really, really loving them. Good morning, Nancy. Okay, good to see you guys. Okay, so three things that I love: the color changing foundation from Prime Prometics, the cakes covers for modesty, and then Love Bow jewelry. Let's go on to creating your personal shopping filters. I'm going to start by sharing some shopping tips that I think are like universal, and that you should inscribe these somewhere where you can see them. And really remember these, because these are going to save you from making so many expensive mistakes. The first is to buy it when you find it, not when you need it. I say this all the time. I'm going to keep repeating this until everybody in the world is doing this, because I think this is so critical. Often what happens is an event comes up and we scramble to find a dress, a look, an outfit for that event. You've got a wedding coming up. You've got a holiday party. You've got an office party. You've got a trip. You're going to a colder climate than you normally go to. You have a, whatever event you have coming up. Often what happens is we're like, the wedding is 2 weeks away. I've got to run to a store and buy something for the wedding. And then you run to the store and you are at the mercy of what is at the store at the moment. So you are forced to shop from that current selection. You're forced to shop whatever price points they have. And often you will find that you and 5 of your closest friends show up at the event in the same exact item. This is why I suggest that everybody has, like, really looking at what you typically go to. We've been going to a lot of weddings lately. We've got holidays coming up. Maybe you typically find yourself needing to, unfortunately, go to their weddings are obviously one life event, but funerals are another. Maybe you have funerals that come up from time to time, as they do for everybody. Weddings come up from time to time for almost everybody. And then again, holidays. My suggestion is, when you find a dress that can suit a wedding or suit a funeral, that you have those on standby in your wardrobe. This is why I really talk about having a versatile dress that can go anywhere and almost with anything. So I really like, Quince has a sleeveless silk midi dress that I think is a beautiful option that you can wear to both, honestly, depending on your preferences. You can wear it to both weddings and funerals. You can wear it to cocktail parties. You can wear it to special events. It's going to look polished enough for, and depending on how you accessorize it, it's going to have a completely different look. So you're looking for that versatile dress that you can dress up or down a little, that can go to a variety of different events. You want it to be special, but you want it to not be memorable, because if it's memorable, you won't be able to wear it a lot of different places in a lot of different ways. So special without being memorable, look for that versatile dress that you can wear across a variety of events. But again, it's with everything. Like if it's midsummer and you see a fabulous pair of jeans on sale, don't think, oh, I don't really wear jeans in the summer. If you're going to wear jeans in the fall, that's the time to buy the jeans, is when you find the jeans. The time to buy the shoes is when you find the shoes, not when you're looking for them. You're rarely going to find what you're looking for at a price that you'd like to spend when you really need the item. Okay, that's going to bring me to my second tip. Never shop under duress. Again, I don't want you scrambling for things at the last minute. I want you to build a wardrobe where you can go into your closet to get dressed for an event rather than going into a store to get dressed for an event. And so not shopping under duress, not shopping when you're in a hurry or in panic mode is the solution to so many of the mistakes that are currently sitting in your closet. The reason that you've got a lot of clothes in your closet that you're like, why did I get that? Where did that come from? Who even bought that? I don't even remember that item. The reason you have those things in your closet is because at one point you were in panic mode when you were shopping. So buy it when you find it, not when you need it. Stop shopping under duress. Your wardrobe will thank you for it, and your budget will thank you for it. Okay, let's go on to, if you don't love it now, you never will. If you don't love it now, you never will. It's kind of like that first love feeling, right? Like if you're not like, oh, I love this person, early in the relationship, love can grow. Maybe romance doesn't necessarily. It's the same thing with clothes. Like you just kind of like want to love it, like, right away. Don't talk yourself into things. Like don't talk yourself into things. Just because maybe I've told you it's in style or because you see it everywhere doesn't mean that item is necessarily for you. And so you really want to love what you're buying. I will say that basics, I'm not going to be like, woohoo, a black t-shirt, like I'm not going to get that excited about basics. But in general, anything new that I'm buying is going to be something that I really love, or I'm going to leave it at the store. Let's face it, I am not going around naked. I have clothes. So I'm not going to be buying anything that I don't love. I know that sounds obvious, but it truly isn't, because I cannot tell you how many people who are like, I saw it and I bought it. I'm like, why? But why? But why? Okay, next. Just because it's in stores doesn't mean it's in style. I'm going to be talking about that this week. I've got a couple of shopping videos this week on YouTube. Just because it's in stores does not mean it's in style. I cannot tell you how crazy this makes me that stores have clothes that are not modern. Now, most of the time, and I'm going to talk about this in this week's videos. There are two ways that we can get clothes wrong. We can buy clothes that are trendy, but not for us, or we can buy clothes that are frumpy and not for anybody. And the over 50 stores will often carry clothes that are not modern. They are not in style. Why are they carrying those clothes? Because people buy them. Because, we haven't spread the word yet. We don't have enough women on board the modern movement, and women are still going into stores like Chico's and J. Jill and walking out with abysmal tunics. So this is why I would encourage you to spread the word to your friends about what we're doing here in the Netta Manley Style community and how we are all on board the modern movement. We want clothes that are modern and flattering and check all the boxes for us. So a lot of those over 50 stores will have things that are drastically dated and dastardly and disturbing and discouraging. I'm trying to think of all my D words, but they're just going to have some bad clothes. And so just because it's in stores, it does not mean it's in style. Okay, next, I'm going to say this. I already said you have to love it. It has to love you back. It has to love you back. We're going to be talking about that when I really get into the shopping filters. It might be in style. It might be uber trendy. It might be what everyone's talking about right now. But if it doesn't look good on you, it should stay at the store. Okay, next I want to talk about this. I talk about this. I'm going to repeat it until everybody is kind of on board with where they're at. Determine if you're a hot shopper or if you're a cold shopper. I'm going to give you a couple strategies. Now, a hot shopper, Netta Nation is on board the modern movement. Yes, I love Netta Nation. I never thought. Thank you, Becky. Yes. Comment modern if you are on board the modern movement. Like if you are determined to bring clothes into your wardrobe that are truly modern. That does not mean trendy. Talk about that in a minute, but are truly modern and are going to make you look and feel your best. Okay, so determine if you're a hot shopper or a cold shopper. What is the difference? A hot shopper is someone who has to be talked out of purchases because they love to shop shop, they find a lot of things that they love. And we have to talk ourselves, those of us who are hot shoppers, we have to talk ourselves out of buying things. If you're a cold shopper, you overthink, you hem and haw. You go back and look at the item and pet the item over and over and over again, and still often walk away without anything. You haven't updated your wardrobe since 1973. I'm exaggerating, of course, but if any of those sound like you might be a cold shopper. Yay! Look at all these ladies who are on board the modern movement. Yes. Okay, so yes, good morning, Kathy from the Caribbean. That's awesome. I love that people can tune in from wherever they are. Hot shopper, yes, hot shoppers unite. So I'm going to say, if you're a hot shopper, you need a list. You need a list. You need to know what you're going in looking for. Otherwise, everything looks fabulous. And you buy a lot of things and you do not end up buying or wearing many of them. So if you're a hot shopper, you need to shop with a list and you need to think about how much you want to spend. I don't like to talk about the B word. I instead like to think about a spending plan. Yes. So think about, okay, my spending plan for November is that I'm going to spend X amount of money on my wardrobe, and this is what I want to buy. This is what we need to do to kind of give us guardrails as hot shoppers. Yes, thank you. Modern movement. Okay, cold shoppers, I'm getting to you now. So if you're a cold shopper, and I have a lot of clients that are cold shoppers, and honestly, that's why I have clients that work with me who are hot shoppers because they need filters, they need guardrails, they need focus, they need a list, they need a budget. And then people work with me as cold shoppers because they can't get themselves to buy anything because they're overthinking everything. Now, if you're a cold shopper, you need a decision deadline and you need some outfit tests. You need to be able to bring the item home and style it a couple of different ways to kind of sell yourself on that item. But you need to decide, if, for example, you've got an event coming up in December, you've got a wedding, just say, or of course, Christmas or the holidays. You've realized you're really a cold shopper after thinking you were a hot shopper for a long time. You're trying a no spend November. Okay, that's fabulous. That's a great idea for hot shoppers to take a break from shopping. Maybe start after shopping week, Becky. Just kidding. Totally kidding. Okay, so if you're a cold shopper, what you want to do is you want to say, okay, my event is coming up. I have a wedding December 15th, for example. I am going to make a decision by November 15th because I don't want to be scrambling to buy a dress at the last minute. I don't want to be scrambling to accessorize it, to get the shoes, to get the jewelry, to get the whatever. So you need a shopping deadline, a decision deadline if you are a cold shopper. Cold shoppers also need lists. And cold shoppers are going to need to break the next rule that I'm going to share with you. You're going to need to take an enthusiastic hot shopper friend with you when you're shopping. But you want that hot shopper friend to be someone who has a little bit of an understanding of what they're doing, because you don't want to go home with a lot of things that you don't want or you don't need. Go in with a list, stay focused on your list, and bring a friend along who can say, you know something, stop overthinking it. Those jeans work great. Take them home. Okay, next tip is to shop alone. Shop alone. For most of us, most of the time, shopping alone is the best strategy. I refuse to shop with a client and her mom or a client and her sister. Very, very rarely does that work, especially if your husband is along and he has opinions on what you always used to wear and you're trying to change your style. It's really important that it's just you and your idea about what it is you want to look like next. Sometimes friends have ideas about, I know, I've never seen you in green before. Are you really going to wear green? Whatever. They're well-meaning, totally fine. But if you're shopping for friends, that's going to be an opportunity to grab coffee and maybe to buy another lipstick. But it's not, a pair of earrings or something. That's not where you're going to do any serious clothes buying. Your friends love you, not your proportions. They're not always going to see clearly. Often their opinions are biased. And you want to avoid emotional permission shopping. Often we can feel pressured to buy things by friends, obviously, as well as salespeople. But often our friends are like, yes, I love that for you. That's awesome. And you really are not feeling it. And you end up taking it home and you regret it. cold shopper, and the Modern Classic Guide is your Bible. I love it. I love it. So the Modern Classic Guide is a great tool for both cold and hot shoppers. It's going to help you focus your efforts, and both types of shoppers need that focus. Next, start with your lifestyle, not your fantasy life. Not your fantasy life, because you want to ask yourself and really look at the last 2 weeks, last month, and designate a dress code for every day for the last week, last 2 weeks, last month. What have you done? Do you have, 4 at-home casual days, 2 smart casual days, and 1 going to church day? Like, what does your schedule look like for the last few weeks? Then look at what you're considering buying. Do those clothes suit your lifestyle? Shop for what you actually do most weeks, not just the once a year gala that you go to. Update your accessories first. I'm going to say the biggest impact that you can have on your style when you're shopping is to start with your accessories. Old dress plus new shoes equals new outfit. So if you're like, I'm just in between sizes, I'm not really feeling clothes right now, I'm overwhelmed by the selection in stores, I don't know what to shop for, start with the shoes, start with the accessories, start with the jackets. Those are the things that are going to instantly update and elevate everything in your wardrobe. Bags, shoes, jewelry, outer layers are where modern style shows up the most. And I will say, if you've got pieces in your wardrobe that you fear may be dated, update the accessories, the layers first. That's going to update everything else you're wearing. If you've got a pair of jeans that are borderline and you add a great modern jacket, a great pair of shoes, and a great bag, the whole outfit is updated. Okay, next, stop shopping sales. I know. I can't believe I said that either. But stop shopping sales. You buy for your fantasy self. Start with the Modern Classics. Make sure those boxes are checked. I am going to say, sorry, Paula just said she shops for her fantasy self. I'm going to add a little tip on top of that. Tags stay on until you wear the item. Don't go home and cut the tags off. Wait until, my husband jokes that sometimes I come downstairs with the tags on my clothes and then I ask him to cut the tag out. I want to make sure I'm fully committed to an item before I cut the tags off. Something, I'm doing a video on if your real life is a total yawn. My real life can often feel like a total yawn. Believe it or not, I spend most of my time talking to you guys, not out and about gallivanting and doing exciting things. So I'm going to talk about that in an upcoming video. Okay, so yeah, you want to keep the tags on your clothes until you are actually heading out the door with them, until you know you're going to wear them. Don't cut tags off and be committed to an item that you may never reach for. Okay. Update accessories first. I talked about that. Yeah, don't shop sales. Shop strategically. So a discount does not make a wrong item right. A discount does not make a wrong item right. It just doesn't. Just because it's on sale doesn't mean it's for you. Doesn't mean it's a once in a lifetime shopping opportunity. I guarantee you other things will be on sale in the future that you should also pass on. So you want to ask yourself, the right piece at full price is cheaper than the wrong one at 70% off. It's not just about the price, and it's not just about whether or not it's on sale. It's about whether you're going to reach for it and whether it's going to become a go-to in your in your wardrobe. Sorry. Next, watch out for off-price and too good to be true deals. How much time do you spend at Marshall's buying things that are like, oh, that's a cool top, that's a cute top, so you buy more primarily at thrift stores. So if you're doing any off-price shopping, whether you're going to Marshall's, whether you're going to thrift stores, whether you're hitting sales, you want to ask yourself, is this a too good to be true deal? Is this something that I absolutely have? Or am I buying it just because I can, because it's inexpensive, and because I'm bored, and because it's a Thursday afternoon and I don't have anything else to do? Like really pay attention to how much you're spending when you're doing any off-price shopping, because often the sum of all of those sale or off-price purchases is enough to buy you something that you really are going to love and wear for a really, really long time. Spend more on the things you wear more. I say this all the time. Spend more on jeans, on shoes, on jackets. Spend less on cocktail dresses, on sparkly jewelry, on things that are going to be occasional use items. Jeans are really one of the best investments you can make, because many of us wear them a lot, and you can wear jeans multiple times a week and nobody cares. Same with a great pair of shoes or a great jacket. Your dress, a formal dress, how many times are you really going to wear that, right? So spend more on the things you wear more I cannot tell you, so many people say, I don't want to spend a lot on a pair of shoes because I destroy them. Well, I'd rather have you destroy the shoes than have the shoes destroy your feet. You want obviously comfort and great fit with shoes, but you also want great style and great quality with shoes. And if you buy a really good pair of shoes, you can take them. I take my shoes to the shoe repair store all the time and have the little things put on the heels, have them like spruced up at the end of the season, because I buy good quality shoes and I want to be able to wear them for a long time. Okay, next, new pieces must connect to what you already own. You do not need to bring in a piece in your wardrobe. This is just a funny example, but I got a t-shirt. I'm a youth leader at our church. So they gave us a t-shirt that is, for the youth leaders. And it's a periwinkle color. It's actually a beautiful color and it's a universally flattering color. I don't have anything in that color in my wardrobe. And I really struggle to style that t-shirt to wear when I'm volunteering. I can wear it with jeans. I can wear it with like blue jeans and white jeans. That's about it. Like and last night I was like, I just am so uninspired by this shirt because it does not fit the color palette of my wardrobe. It doesn't fit the color palette of my wardrobe. Okay. So you don't want any random like kind of orphan pieces in your wardrobe. Every new piece should instantly like work in your wardrobe as if it's always been there. Next, buy a couple when you find a perfect item. Not a million, but a couple. Like for example, I bought this Mongolian cashmere cardigan from Quince. I got it in black and red because I love it. I love the fit so much. I love the flattery so much. I'm like, I'm going to get another one. I bought it in red first and I was like, I need that in black. So you don't want 50, but you want a couple. Okay, now I'm going to talk about really get into your filters. And I know this is running over. I will get through these as quickly as you can. The first filter is you need to come up with your 3 go-to outfit formulas. That's going to be a shopping filter for you when you're at stores. You want to ask yourself, do these clothes, these items I'm considering, do they work with one of the shopping formulas that outfit formulas that I wear all the time? So for example, maybe one of your outfit formulas is a t-shirt, jeans, and a jacket. If you're not looking at a t-shirt, jeans, and a jacket at a store, but you wear a t-shirt, jeans, and a jacket 5 days a week, then you want to ask yourself, does this item that I'm looking at fit one of my outfit formulas? If not, everyday bag, trench coat, love it, love it. If not, you might want to consider leaving that item in the store. So you're not looking, unfortunately, and we all have it, for the fantasy version of our closets, we're looking at what am I actually wearing? And is this going to give me more options for the outfit formulas that I currently wear a lot? Okay. Your formulas determine your needs. If something doesn't fit into one of these formulas, it doesn't need to come home with you. Okay, so mantra, if it doesn't fit my formulas, it's not coming into my closet. Next thing, let's talk about your color palette. So what can really help you focus your shopping, especially whether you're a hot or a cold shopper, we all need to focus our shopping for different reasons. You want to ask yourself, what are the colors I'm leaning into this season? So you're not committing to just these specific colors for the rest of your life, but you're saying, okay, for the next few months, like I really am doing a lot of chocolate brown and a lot of burgundy this season. Not only are they colors that are widely available in stores and are on trend, but they are also colors that really suit me very, very well. So when you determine a couple of colors that you're going to be bringing into your wardrobe this season, you want to make sure that those colors go with the existing color palette in your wardrobe, and you want to make sure that they go with you, that they suit you, that they flatter you. So pick 2 to 3 core colors for the season and really lean into those colors so that your wardrobe has that versatility. Maybe it's 2 neutrals and an accent color. That's a great way to kind of build out your wardrobe and your wardrobe color palette for the season. Just a couple of examples: black, charcoal, burgundy, navy, ivory, olive, camel, cream, chocolate. These can be colors that you just kind of bring into your wardrobe for the season, really will update everything that you have. Color is where overwhelm often starts, and we're going to remove overwhelm. Next, let's talk about what you actually wear versus what you wish you wore. We've all been talking about fantasy shopping here in the comments. We all have fantasy style impulses like the romantic coat, the sparkly top, the structured blazer that maybe doesn't match your lifestyle. We're really looking for alignment. So we buy for admiration, but we live in comfort. And so what we really want to do is buy clothes that we're going to actually wear. So you want to ask yourself, do I wear this silhouette in real life? And does this reflect the life I actually live? Shop for your real life. Romanticize your real life through clothes. Don't buy clothes that you sadly have to sigh at when you see, because you're like, my life is just not romantic enough or elegant enough or amazing enough or glamorous enough to wear that. Find glamorous clothes that you can wear in your actual life. This is what I do to romanticize my actual life. Do I need to be wearing a pearl necklace and red lipstick and a cashmere sweater on a Monday morning? No, I don't. I could be wearing sweats. I could wear sweats every single day in my life, pretty much, except for Sundays. But I'm not going to. I'm romanticizing my life through style. You would say 2 sweater jeans and sweater dress pants, 2 outfit formulas, or 1. So is sweater jeans and sweater dress pants 2 outfit formulas or 1? I would say that's 2 outfit formulas, Pam. Okay. So let's talk about how to spot your yes pieces. Your yes pieces are the ones that work for you over and over and over again. Let's talk about the clues that an item is a yes piece. It works with at least 3 outfits you already own. It doesn't require new shoes, new bra, new shapewear, new everything just to function in your wardrobe. You want to wear it now, not when you lose weight, go somewhere, have an event. It's something you could wear tomorrow, right? That's definitely a yes item. And then when you put it on, your body's like, yes, yes. You get that feeling where, and I see this with clients all the time where they try something on and they don't like it, and you can just see right? You want to be like, I like this. Like, this works. This works. You want that feeling when you put it on. Okay. I'm going to talk about what to stop buying, and I promise to wrap this up soon. One thing to stop buying is the almost right version of something you already own or something you really want. So, for example, you really, 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 really want a Burberry trench coat. And you could technically afford a Burberry trench coat, but you won't spend the money on a Burberry trench coat because who wants to spend that much money on a coat? So you've bought, over the last couple of years, 5 or 6 trench coats, and none of them are really the Burberry trench coat that you wanted. Are you really saving money? I'm not, and I know Burberry trench coat might be way out there for a lot of people's budgets. I'm just asking you to insert the item here that you don't buy because you think it's expensive, but you've bought 3 or 4 or 5 less expensive versions of that item, trying to get that same impact that one nice item would give you. With as many secondhand and resale and thrift options as we have today, there's no reason to settle for second best when you really want that one dream item. Okay, so your body relaxes when you put it on. Oh, what was I talking about? Okay, what to stop buying? Yeah, the almost right version. The other thing, the other thing I wanted to say is, shoes are so expensive. The other thing I wanted to say about almost right version is, like, you see something and it checks a box, but not completely. Like, it's, I knew I needed a white blouse, and here's a white blouse. I don't really love it. I really wanted it in silk, and it's in polyester, and I know polyester makes me sweaty. Also, don't really like the collar. Probably have to switch out the buttons. That's not your white shirt. Wait until you get the actual right version. Another thing to stop buying: trend pieces that you admire on others but never reach for yourself. What about, I have this one, but this one is 5 times better? Great question, Pam. Buy the one that's 5 times better and replace the one that you have, because almost but not quite items are never going to check those boxes in your wardrobes. Okay. Clothes that require you to become a different person. Like, for me, if I wear menswear clothes, or if I'm looking for something that's like really cool girl style, I'm not a cool girl. I'm a girly girl. And I'm not going to buy a cool girl item and pretend it's me. I'm going to feel like I'm in a costume. And then again, I'm going to go back to sales items that feel like a deal, but don't fit into your formulas. Finally, I'm going to talk about the 3 shopping filters that everybody needs. These are my mantras. Hello, Helen. Hello, everybody. These 3 filters are going to determine whether something deserves a place in your closet. And these these are going to be things that you're going to use to evaluate your current wardrobe and also evaluate anything that you're considering buying. So here they are. I talk about these all the time. This is the triangle. If it does not check one of these boxes, it needs to be left behind. First is you love it, not it's fine, not it'll do, not I guess it's practical, but I love it. I love it. I love it. Like, I am excited about this item. I love it. Again, I'm going to say that basics are not going to be pieces that you just are super excited about, but you want to love them for checking that box in your wardrobe. So this is a really great tee. This is a really great denim jacket. This is a really great, neutral sweater. You still want to love how well they check that box in your wardrobe, even if it's not like a cocktail dress that you're super excited about. So you want to love everything that comes into your closet. Next, it needs to love you back. It needs to love you back. I always say this, it's not a toxic relationship. You do not want clothes that are going to talk about you behind your back, that are going to make you look bad, that are going to make you look tired, where you're going to require 4 coats of concealer just to get out the door. That is what beige does to me. That is what blush does to me. That is what certain silhouettes do to me. And you want to know, do these clothes, do the colors really bring out your best? I'm going to say start with color. It should be your first filter because it's easy to spot. You don't even need to grab the item off the hanger if it's not the right color. Second, you want to look at the proportions, the silhouette, the shape, and the size, of course, and to see if it's going to fit and flatter your body. And then the third you want to ask yourself is, do you feel like yourself in it? Is it something that's going to feel like you? Is it something that maybe is on the periphery of what your personal style is? That's fabulous. That means you're stretching your personal style. But if it feels like it's not on the periphery, but like belonging to a totally different wardrobe, a totally different woman, a totally different lifestyle, that's something to leave behind. And then the last question, and so, really with if it loves you back, if you have to force it, it's a no. It's a no. And the last filter is it modern? And again, all of you commented and said you are on board with the modern movement, and modern is so important. I'm not asking you to pick trendy things, and I'm not asking you to pick young things. This is not about chasing trends. This is not about buying things for fall, winter 2025 that you're going to hate in fall, winter 2026. It's not. It's about keeping your wardrobe modern. That means looking at the span of 5 to 10 years where we're building our wardrobes and keeping them current within that time frame. It means about looking at the overall silhouettes and the outfit combinations that you're making. It means leaning into modern and current silhouettes and staying away from things that date us, back in 2015 or even early 2020, because we have been in a different trend cycle, a different modern cycle for the last few years. And it's really important to keep our wardrobes modern if we want to look and feel our best and our most confident in them. This is something I will never back down from. I will never, and I will tell you, you can check 2 of those boxes. You might love it. It might love you back. If it's not modern, it needs to stay in a store. I will never back down from this because I am committed to helping you, each of you, look and feel your best. I want you to love what you're wearing. And if you want to love what you're wearing, you need to check those 3 boxes. It needs to be modern. It needs to love you, and you need to love it back. Black is not your color, but you have some nice items. So consider as you go to replace those items, replace them with a color that suits you better. Limit black to the bottom half of your outfit. Ask yourself, what are my 2 to 3 most worn tops in a color that doesn't suit me? Replace those tops first. And as you bring in a new top, let the old top go to someone like me who wears black well. I can't wear the colors that you're wearing. Maybe the colors that I wear are not your best colors. Replace, then remove. Replace, then remove. Don't go removing everything from your closet that doesn't work all at once and then find yourself naked. And then what are you going to do? You're going to panic shop. You're going to shop under duress. You're going to bring a lot of other things into your wardrobe that don't suit you. And you're going to be right back to where you started, right? So thank you. I'm so glad. So the only solution is a silk scarf or shawl or cardigan. So we're asking if the color doesn't suit us, is the only solution. The solution is to bring color close to your face that suits you. If you're wearing, like, for example, if I was wearing a beige sweater right now, I would add a scarf. I would add maybe a chunky necklace in a color. I would add more makeup to my face. I would add a jacket. I would add a wrap of some kind. But what you want to do is do whatever you can do to bring your best color up here. And again, if you're like, if I'm going to wear beige, it's going to be in a pant. Nobody cares if I wear beige pants. But if I wear a beige top, everyone's going to be like, Netta, are you okay? You feeling okay? What's up? Like it's going to be noticeable. Michelle says, I'm loving navy instead of black. I will say this for those of you who black isn't your color. Everything that comes in black comes in another neutral 99% of the time. Often that's navy. Sometimes it's chocolate. Sometimes it's charcoal. Those are the 4 dark neutrals. Choose your black. And invest in a couple of tops because again, that's where it's going to count the most in your best color. So if you're like, I wear t-shirts all the time and my t-shirts are all black and I know black doesn't look good for me, buy a navy t-shirt. If you're like, I really like, silky blouses and I've got them, I've got 3 of them in black, make your next silky blouse navy and replace one of the black blouses, right? Like it's a process. You can definitely wear black, Pam, and you can wear navy as well. So you can choose. I like to lean into navy in spring, summer, and I like to lean into black in fall, winter. I mean, I wear both year round, but I definitely bring out a lot more of the navy in spring, summer. So you can definitely switch up. The neutral colors that work for you. You can choose the ones you want to wear based on the season as well. Okay, I can talk to you guys all day. This has been so much fun. I'm so sorry that this ended up being 40 minutes. I'm really trying to keep them to 30 minutes. But I hope that you found this helpful. Let's talk about building your personal shopping filters this week. On YouTube, I have Buy This, Not That tomorrow. It's a long one. You're going to need a cup of tea and you're going to need to sit with me. But we're going to be talking about 10 stores and I'm going to be sharing 10 items from 10 stores. 5 to try, 5 to skip. And then on Friday, I'm going to be giving you a list of 10-ish items that are in stores right now that I recommend staying away from. And then lots of items that I recommend considering if you are shopping this season. So love you guys so much. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you. And I will see you tomorrow on YouTube. Bye. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.